Good morning. We're working on Gem Wars. It's day 5 today. We're just getting started for the day. One thing that I'm doing is I'm adding a title screen for it. We should be able to finish up our single player today. The title screen doesn't have any functionality at this time. I just started adding in scripts, and we can maybe work on this a little bit later if we need to. But let's jump over into our game scene. It has been too long, Nar. Good to see you. I created this little storefront icon yesterday for the store. When the game starts, you can see the pieces down there, and these are the available pieces that I can purchase. I can't purchase them until I have the correct number in my inventory. So let's get that. This should net me 1 green gem. I can't get this yet. And now I should be able to purchase one of these. So it looks like I have a problem with how this is being calculated. So let's take a look at that. In my draw script, right here, it's just that. Are you not active on Discord? No, I am. I'm still on the Discord. I try to respond to messages as much as I can. Did I miss a message from you or something? I apologize if I did. Now I get the 1 red. See how it says you got points? That's what we're going to fix today. And now I'm able to purchase that item. And here it is. Now, one of the things I need to have happen is when this gets purchased, in my draw container script, this is where you're setting the draws. So I want to have in here a new event called piece purchased event. And in this, we're going to pick the piece that we are buying here, piece purchased, and the drawer script. So now in my draw script over here, oh, I'm so sorry about that, Nar. Send me a message right now. I'll respond to it, and then that way it'll be at the top of my list, and I'll make sure to keep checking. I apologize about that. And here, I want to have a new, container script. I want to make a new event here called public event game event handler of my piece purchased event. We're going to call this piece purchased event. And so now down here we can do a piece purchased event, and we want to invoke it, and we want to pass it from the and here I'm going to put this piece as the piece, and then the draw script is this. So now in the container, when I instantiate this draw script, I want to say draw.event on piece purchased event. And this one is actually a draw. And we want to say that we want to do a draw.piecePurchased event minus equals to onPiecePurchased event. You're working from home nowadays? A lot of times, yes. Most of the time because of the... So when you clear the drawers, you're not destroying them. And this is never being called. And then you also want to have on here your dispose, which is a public override called dispose. And here I want to say for each one of my draw and draws, I want to do a draw dot. And we want to unsubscribe it from the onPiecePurchased event. So when this piece is purchased, I want to get my drawer. My draw here is my draws.first or default x, where my x.get hash code is equal to my args.drawScript.get hash code. And then I want to say draw.piecePurchased event minus equals to onPiecePurchased event. You want to do a draws.remove my draw, and then you want to do a draw.put object in pool. And that should be it. So now back in the game. When I get some points here, let's try it again. This time it's the purple gem is the most frequent. Okay, so that got me 2. I have 1 and 1. So I should be able to buy this one, and then the drawer goes away. Now, on every round change, you're initting your UI script, which is new game. So I think I always want to do this. And then this is being called from 3 places. The first one is here in Game Manager. The second is on a game reset. Looks good. So now when we play, Try it again. Try again. Would help if I was any good at a game like this. Okay, so now 2 and 1. We get the 2. I need one more line to go to the next round. And now it redrew these, which is perfect. And so on this, I want to say var is active equals draw container script dot game object dot active self. And then you want to set it here to be active if it is already. Okay, that's pretty good. So now we need to add in our combos. So for that, pardon me. So to do the combos, the first thing that I want to have is a scriptable object for this. Okay, I'm going to call this a combo SO. Or we'll call it a reward SO. And in this reward, I want to have a reward type. And we're going to have a couple of different criteria in here. The first one is number of lines. The second one is colors and tiers. And the last one is called gems and tiers. So on this, we want to have a reward type. And then because we're doing the scriptable object pattern, we're going to have my init. And then I want to say if my scriptable object is a reward SO of type C, then we want to set it. So now we're going to make another one of these, and we can get rid of, we'll leave that for now. And I'm going to call this a reward lines SO. Hey, UK dude, how are you doing, man? Welcome back. It's been a little bit, but not really. You were here a couple days ago, if I recall. Good to have you back with us. Okay. And this is going to have a prop integer for my number of lines. And then I also want to have a points. Okay. We're going to have another one for the colors tiers. Reward colors tiers SO. In the workplace, do I use Angular? I use a lot of ASP.NET Core, MVC, C#. Not so much Angular CLI. I do a lot with SQL Server, object relational models. I use Angular CLI for a lot of my side projects, though. Okay, and we're going to call this a colors tiers. And so what this is going to be is a quantity of the colors. We're going to have a block color. We're going to have a tier type called tier type. Just a second. And then you also want to have a points. Okay. And then the last one is going to be a gem tiers. I'd rather not say that online, if that's okay, Nar. We could talk about that offline, but I'd rather not say that online. Reward, and then I want to do gems tiers SO. I just recently started with a new employer, so I don't want to blend those two things yet. And this is called gem tiers. And it's going to be a quantity of the gems, a tier type, and this is a float because this is going to be a point modifier. No, don't apologize at all. It's no problem at all. I'm very open about everything, so it's just because this is still new and fresh. Okay. That looks good here. So now that I've got my three types, if I jump back into the game, underneath my scriptable objects, I'm going to create a new type here called rewards. And we want to create a rewards here called lines. And we're going to call this rewards lines of 1, and then 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the points is this going to be 100 for one line, 200 for 2 lines, 225 for 2 lines, 375 for 4 lines, 500 here, and this one will be 650. Awesome. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. And then, so those ones are done. We have additional rewards here that we want to add in here. One for color tiers. And on this, we want to say that if you have three of tier 2, you're going to get another 150 points. Now, just a second here. So on this rewards colors tiers, we're going to change this to be called rewards colors, and we can scrap out tiers. And then we can also scrap out the stream schedule is very varied right now. It's kind of inconsistent. I announce it up on Discord when we go live. It's generally been in the mornings right now. And I'm doing this to save myself a lot of effort. So here, if you have 3 lines that are of the same, that's going to be worth 150. If you have 4, that'll be worth 200. If you have 5, that'll be worth 250. If you have 6, that'll be worth 300. If you have 7, and our highest board that we currently have set up is a 16 by 16, which means you could have a total of 15 in a row. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 350, 8, 400, 9, 450, 10, 500, 11, 550, 12, 600, 13, 650 for 14, and 700 for 15. And the last one is this gem tiers. We're going to say rewards, gems. We'll start with 2. We also want to add in here on my math that you also want to add in your gem points here. We'll put that into the equation in just a minute. Okay. And so now for rewards gems 2, we can do the same thing where we strip out the tier. And it's going to be almost the same thing. We're going to go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And if I look at my base rewards, I can change this to just be colors and this to be gems and this to be lines. So now we're going to add our quantity 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then 15. And our point modifier is going to be a 2. But this is only going to be for the same. So 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5, 6, 6.6, 6.5, 7, 7.5, 8, and then all the way down here we can give it a 9-point modifier for the very top one. Alrighty, man. We'll see you in a little bit there, Nar. Thanks for coming kicking it with us. So this is all of them. These are all of the rewards that we have in the game so far. So let's add these to the asset database. And now what I want to do is I want to look at where this is calculated. So in code, where I have a line SO, this has a number of different blocks in it, so it's going to be a... We first want to get my lines here. So I want to say var reward lines equals a, and it's a scriptable object factory, and we want to create a reward get reward line, and I want to pass in here an int line quantity. This is a reward line SO. And here I want to get my reward lines SO. And we want to get the first one where the quantity equals that. And then we're going to create it. So this is a create line reward that. Okay, and we're going to pass in here my number of lines. Line count. So now I want to have my points, and I want to say that's equal to my reward lines dot points. Okay, that's the first little bit. The next one is the number of tiers by colors. So I want to get a scriptable object factory dot. And now I think I have something in here called get gems. Second. Because you want to get the number of colors in the line first. So we want to say I want to go through each one of the colors that are in the blocks. And what I want to do is I want to get a list of the colors that are in it. Let's go this way. We'll do a for loop of my enum.getNames of my type of block color. And now what I want to do is I want to get my selected blocks equals get number blocks by color of my block color of I. And now what I want to do is I want to look at my scriptable object factory. And I'm going to create another one of these. And this is going to be a reward colors. And this is going to be a int quantity and a rewards colors SO. We want to say my quantity colors is equal to quantity. So now we're going to get my var reward colors equals a scriptable object factory dot get reward line colors SO, and now it's going to be for my selected blocks. So if we get a reward colors, then I want to do a So now that I have an instance of this, I want to have a new public virtual void, and we're going to say that it's going to be a set properties or something, and we're going to pass in here a tier type. And then we want to have a public integer for points. Like this. And so now what I want to do is I want to take my points here and I want to multiply it by my your tier type. So if I look at tier type, if it's all of type color 1, this value is going to be 0, 1. So it is. It's just by an integer of the tier type. So back over here, I can say reward colors dot set properties to my, and now it's going to be my game. We need to add the public. We could do this as a protected game SO called game. And we want to get the tiers, and we want to get the first one where the block color is equal to my block color of I. And we want to set the tier type. And then up here we want to say var reward colors equals a new list of reward colors SO. reward colors dot add reward colors. So what this is doing is we're first getting all our rewards for the lines. Then we're iterating through all the different block colors. We're getting the number of blocks by color. We're checking to see if that yields a reward. And then we're adding it here to our rewards colors. And then finally, we want to do a var reward gems equals a new list of reward gems SO. And for I, that goes to my enum.getNames of my type of gem type dot length. I want to do my selected gems equals get number gems, get gems by type. Of a gem type of I. And I want to get the length of that. And now I want to get my scriptable object with the reward from that. Okay, and this is a reward gems SO. And then we're going to do a var reward gem. Here is my scriptable object factory, and we're going to create this reward and pass in the gems by type. We're going to change that to be called number gems. So if we get a reward gem is not equal to null, then I want to do a reward gems dot add my reward gem. Well, we need to have right here a reward gem dot set properties. Which is a tier type. Like that. And then I want to get my public float here called point modifier. And what I want to do here is I want to calculate this by the point modifier times my integer of my tier type divide that by multiply that by 1.5f. So that way it's a float. So if my point modifier is 1, and I'm in tier type of 1, that's going to give me no gems. So I want to do a +1 here. And then we just want to return this. And this one's going to be set to my game.tiers.first or default x, where my gem type is equal to my gem type of I dot tier type. And now that you have all of these, I'm going to make this thing pass in a reward SO array called rewards. And now I want to get a new list of rewards here. And this one you want to do a rewards.add this. Same thing here. Hey, how's it going there, Pierre? Welcome back. It's good to have you with us. That should be it now. Now our lines is going to fail. Let's see, first here, when we create our line, board script needs to pass in here a game. Like that. And then the other error is over here, which is in my player SO. So if I look at lines one more time, we do want to have another one here called public int points. And what I want to do is I want to look at my rewards.sum of the interesting. So we want to do a points here equals a 0. And then what I want to do is I want to do a for each var item in rewards. I want to switch on the item. And if it is a reward colors SO, then we're going to do one thing. If it is a rewards lines SO, we're going to do another thing. And if it is the rewards gems, we're going to do one more. So if it's a line, we're going to say points plus equals to my points. If it's a colors SO, we're still going to add this together here. Come on, microphone cable. Sounds good there. The UK dude, thanks for coming kicking it with us. Good morning, Johnny 5. Welcome back. Welcome back with us. And so now here, my reward colors is going to be points plus equals to my points capital. We're going to have a var modifier equals 1f. And now my modifier is equal to c.point modifier. And now I want to say if my modifier is less than or equal to is less than 0, then you want is less than 1, then you want to return 1f. Otherwise, you want to return the modifier. And I could probably make this what, a conditional. Now we need to add in the number of points for each gem. We want to multiply this. Now that I have my points, I want to say points. We want to do a var gems equals get gems. And now for each var gem in gems, I want to do a points. Come on, microphone. I know you want to work better than this. Sorry about that. I'm trying to fix my microphone cable, but I think it's broken. All right. Okay. So now I want to do points plus equals my gem.points. You already are getting your points for your colors. And now all you want to do is you want to return a mathf.roundToInteger. You always want to do a ceiling to int of my points times my modifier. And that's it. So in my error, you can just sum the points. And now see how this plays. In my UI script here, if it is not new game, then you want to set this to that. Otherwise, you want to set this to false. Okay, we'll give it a run. Here we are. You can see the draws here are populated. If I get a line here, let's see how many points I end up getting for it. That gave me 200 points. And that would have been one line, which is 100 points, times, and then we added my 2 gems, which is another 100 points. On my gems, we can get rid of this multiplier per instance and chance to spawn. So now when the game plays, gave me 150. 350. This one should be a multiplier, 950. So it really pays off if you get the multiple gems in one row, which is going to be one of the big selling points of the game. $19,000 points. So let's go back and look at this modifiers, because that seemed like far too much. In my line SO, I'm adding all of this. It's going to be this multiplier. So when I attach this, I like that addition, the shadow copy. Thanks. Yeah, a lot of people told me they wanted to see it. They told me it was hard to tell where the grid was at. Okay, this time, I'm going to get 2. This one should give me a reward here of 13 rewards were pulled. So we got the one for the gems. Now it's pulling a tier 5, tier 4, tier 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's right. 7 points. That's because this needs to avoid the zeros. And then the same thing with the gems, right? So here, if my selected blocks is greater than 0, then you want to do this. And if my number gems is greater than 0, then you want to do this. Let's try it again. Come on there, computer. We got 19,000 points on that one. That was crazy. No gems here. Okay, we can do this one, and now we should end up with 4 rewards. We've got 1 line here with a number of lines of 1 for 100 points. We've got 1 with 7 colors for tier 1 for 300. I've got 1 here with a point modifier of 3. Reward gems SO. Let's try that. I'll reattach. This one's going to be rough. Oh, come on. Okay, this is going to give me a whole lot of points here. So let's see how many I end up getting. I'm currently at 500. When I attach this on, we got 3 rewards, 1 for the gems. That doesn't seem right. The colors, it's all one color, tier 1, 700, 7 colors. If I look at the blocks, it's only giving me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blocks. What? This isn't right. This line is not right. How is this only getting 7 blocks? My modifier here is 1 and 200. So the reason it did that is because where I'm calculating lines, it's on piece script. When you're done dragging this here, you're adding this piece to the board, and this is where you're doing check for lines. This is doing it for every block. But then I'm checking for lines all in one place here. Just a second here. So the block is getting set. You're checking to see if it's a horizontal or if it's a vertical line. If it does have one, then you're adding these blocks. This is weird. Back over here, we're going to attach this to Unity. And now I should be able to do this, and we should get one line with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces in it. So for the first one, seven, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This one should connect to make a line. So it is a vertical line. So my line count goes up to 1. That's one block. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's right. So now your blocks are 9. I didn't see it give me the other line. I don't want to destroy these blocks until the end. So we need to fix this. When we check for lines, we're going to take each one of the blocks. We're going to round it. We're going to check to see if it's a horizontal line or a vertical line. And if it is, then you're going to create this line. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a new list up here of blocks to destroy. And we'll also make a new positions to destroy equals a new list of vector 2. And there's probably a better way to do this, so we'll think about it. This needs to be block script. And this is positions to remove. Same thing here. And this is a new vector2 of your x and your position y as an integer. And this one is a positions to destroy. And we're going to add in the new vector2 of this. And now what I want to do is I want to go for each one of my blocks in blocks to destroy. I want to do a destroy of my blocks dot game object. And then for each one of my positions in positions to destroy, I want to say my grid of the integer of the position x and the integer of the position y equals null. And that should do it. Log which blocks need to be destroyed. And your blocks to destroy dot has any. It doesn't have any where my get hash code is equal to my grid of x integer of my position dot y dot get hash code. That way we don't get duplicates. I don't understand what this is upset about. What is wrong here? Weird. Okay. And now if my position, oh, that's okay. We need to do the same thing here. So we're going to get the hash of the position x and then y. And if it doesn't have that hash in it, then we want to destroy the block. Let's give that a try. That's why this was failing. Because I'm already using X, so I got to switch to T. Okay, this is going to yield 3 gems, so let's go ahead and attach. Okay, so this is going to give me 2 sets of lines now. Let's check that again. That didn't look right. I thought for sure I was going to grab it here at the end of my rewards. Try it again. Okay, this time when I look at my rewards, we get 4. I should have a rewards lines of 1. It's still not right. The colors, we have 7, that's correct. We have tier 1 with 4 of them. That's right. We have tier 2 with 0 of them. Second. So now when we look at our points, we first add the lines points, which is 100. We add the points for the colors, which is 0 because it's tier 1. Our modifier is 1. And 1. Now we're going to look at my gems, which I have 5, and add those 250 points. Now it's 350 times, my modifier is 1, so it's 350. That looks right. So back where this was calculated, I don't want there to be multiple of these lines, do I? I want there just to be yeah, see? So it's both are in here. And this time, when I looked, it cleared this one, because that was the piece I put down. And that was it. Try it again. Close but no cigar. So when I did this one, it should give me just one gem reward. So my number of gems is 0. So I had 1. And when I look at my reward of this, that looks right. Try again here to get one where we can get multiple lines at one time. It's going to be a game over here. I mean, it looks right now. So if I look at my rewards for gems, it starts at 2. It doesn't ever have anything which is a 0. Here, I don't think I should find a bunch of these. So for example, this gem type is diamond. I don't have any. This one is 0, 0, 0, 1. So now when I look at my number of gems as 1, it says it's null. That's what's happening. So down here we want to say if instance is equal to null, return null. And the same thing here. We might as well just add it one more time here. So you can play the guitar or you own a guitar. I can play a lot of instruments. I play the guitar. I play a lot of stuff. I was a Reed 1 musician when I was in high school. And then I did a bunch of solo stuff when I was younger. Clarinet was my big one. And then we'll set that. How are you doing this morning, Dota 2 Attitude? Let's go ahead and try it again. Okay, so now when we do this, and we're going to dump all 3 of these. Come on, computer. Let's try attaching that a second time here. Wait for everything to bind. Come on, microphones. What's going on with you guys? There we go. Try it again. Okay, here we go. No gems, no gems, no gems. Here we go. Here we go. This time my rewards are 2. Good. 1 for lines and 1 for colors. Two again. Okay, so now I got a line here, which has got 2 types of gems, a lot of tier 1s. Now, I should have gotten these 2 greens. But I didn't. Let's try it again. Try it again. I'm going to lose this round. Try it again. I'm going to lose this round, I think. It looks like everything is working correctly in terms of the, but not with the scoring still. Because this should be 2 gems. So let's see what happens here. Also, I think I'm going to move these so that it's not so performance intensive to calculate rewards. Okay, so here, my gem type is if we look at the gem types, the one I want is amber, which is 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. Perfect. So now we're going to get this scriptable object. We got one. We're going to create the instance of it. Quantity gems is 2. Now we're going to set the properties of it. My tier type is tier 1, which is right. So now when I look at this rewards, we did get our gems this time with our modifier of 1, our colors of 7. So that should only be 100 points plus another 50 for the 2, or 100 for the 2 gems. Try it again. There we go. Okay, here we go. And I'm going to change these to not be properties, but to instead be something that gets assigned. It doesn't need to be calculated every single time. Nothing's changing. Okay, so when I look at the rewards, it didn't give me anything for the gems. It says my lines are 2. Now it's in there. So when I look at how my points are calculated, My rewards have 2 in it. I only got 1 gem in this row. Okay, we got some big issues here. Let's fix them. Back over in the code base, I'm going to change some stuff in here with the way this is done. I want rewards to be calculated. Like that. And now we're going to change this to be called calculate rewards. And we want this to be a protected virtual void. Or not void, it's going to return them. Like that. Which means our points can also be calculated. So up here, we want to now do, after we create the line, I want to do a calculate rewards and then a calculate points. And this is going to be rewards, and this is going to be points. And then down here, we want to have a public integer for the reward or points. And another one for the reward SO. Like that. Which also is going to yield more errors because we're using those in player. Oh, where were you using this? Points. And this is where the summing of it all happens. And this we do want dynamic. So now when we create the rewards this time, come on. Okay. When I look at this, my blocks is 7, which is right. We're going to calculate the rewards, which is 2, 1 for the colors, right, and 1 for the lines. And then we're going to calculate our points. which is 150. That looks right. Okay, this one should give me gems of 2. So my rewards here are, here we go, gems of 2 with a point modifier of 1. And when I calculate the points, I get 200. That looks right. Now, why is it creating the line a second time? Because it's iterating through each one of these blocks. So to prevent that, in here, we do want to destroy this right away. Like that. This one is just an X. And the same thing here. Like that. And then we can get rid of these. And then this logic up here. Try it again. $250. I'm gonna lose. It looks like the score is much more reasonable this time. $900. Okay, let's pause on this one. So over here, there we go. My rewards here are 2, which is just colors and lines. And that's it. So now it's working right. Rewards should have 3. Now in this one, I should have a few different rewards in here. I should have rewards of gems 2, And I should have 3 of them, and I do. I have rewards gems for 4, which is no modifier. The lines here are 9 quantity colors for tier 1. And the lines are 100. So that one gave me 2,700, 1,400 points. Hey, Themos, how are you doing, man? Welcome back. It's been a little bit. Let's go ahead and move my gem store button over to the left and make it a little bit smaller. And the next thing that we need to change is when I looked at this thing when it was running. Hey there, Misled Youth 78. Thank you for that follow. Appreciate it. We should receive a notification here if it's a new follow. Let me make sure that that's working here. Yeah, see? It should be working. Oh, I don't have a bot in the channel at the moment. I apologize. Okay. $500. That looks good. All right. This time my number of lines should be 1. It is, and my points are calculated at 150. This time I look at my rewards and it's at 2. That looks right. Is the keyboard on-screen program open source? I think so. It's a Node.js application. Misled Youth. Oh, I've been following for 3 or 4 years. Oh, welcome back, man. Sorry, it's been a long time. You know, anyways, welcome back. Oh. It says that made a line. It did, right here. And my reward should just be lines and colors. And the colors should mean nothing. And you see how that said you got points? That's what we're going to change next. First off, why are blocks... Oh, that's right. I'm the bot, sort of. There used to be a bot, but it went sleepy. Yeah, I haven't worked on that project in a little bit. So, all right, I'm going to take a short break. When we come back, it'll be like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. When we come back, we're going to fix the notifications on it for how you're receiving points. And then I think this demo is done. I don't currently have a leaderboard up. I could set up a quick leaderboard if we need one. I'll leave that up to you guys. And then again, we have the demo up the website, pixelhorsestudios.com. And I'll have the new version up in just a couple of hours today. So thanks again. I'll see you guys in just 15 minutes.